Testing, hot outbound call, 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to hear?
Are you ready?
Make the approach. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Head down. Eyes on the ball. Relax. That's it. Get your left arm straight. Your right arm straight. Relax. Lower your right shoulder. Go!
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you Hurricanes, Bensonhurst Bombers, and all you Mr. Harpers of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fatts.
Oh, yeah. Now, look, her husband is busy on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You know, just make sure you call before 6. Here you are.
Fridays.
Good old Fridays.
Yeah.
Oh, Sid Raymond.
Baby Huey.
The best Baby Huey out there.
The only podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios at 328 Chauncey Street in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, a.k.a. Clifton, New Jersey. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. I don't know why I just sound like a radio guy.
Yeah, really.
Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review. Our home base is Non-Productive.com/honeymooners. That's where you can go and listen to any of the episodes if you're just on your computer. And on Facebook, don't forget to like our Honeymooners page and follow us on Twitter at Honeymooner1. And also, if you want to support us through Patreon, you could do that. And if you just go to our Non-Productive.com/honeymooners, go to any of the pages.
Yep.
And you'll be able to find a thing for Patreon.
Yeah.
And you can help us out.
Help us out there.
Okay?
Okay, good.
And if you want to leave us a voicemail, call 240-442-2635. And you leave us a voicemail, we'll play it on the air. Or if you just you want to ask us something instead of typing it out or leaving an email, which is the other way. And if you want to email us, it's
bangzoom1956 at Gmail.
What's going on, Lou?
Joe, we're 84.
Yes.
Got a couple 84s, but I'm going to concentrate on one.
Fred Baxter, right?
Yes,
the
that's
tight end from the New York Jets.
You got it.
Freddie Boom Boom Baxter,
Boom
we used to call him.
Yeah.
Nothing, huh? Nothing on Freddie.
No, not
okay. It's worth a shot.
Gene Washington. Now, this is the first Gene Washington. There were two.
Gene Washington.
Remember there were two. Baltimore, San Francisco, the 49ers. It was a Gene Washington.
I don't remember.
Okay, and then before that, there was a Minnesota Viking, Gene Washington. And he played from 67 to 73.
And were they both receivers?
Yes, both wide receivers.
Because I know back then there were some guys on defense.
These guys, these were straight wide receivers.
Okay.
And I remember Gene Washington because he played with Bubba Smith at Michigan State. And they were both in that famous, if you go look it up on YouTube or look it up somewhere, the famous 1965 Michigan State Notre Dame game. Unbelievable game.
Really?
Unbelievable game. And Bubba Smith was a teammate of Gene Washington.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, of
Gene
course,
went
Bubba
on,
Smith, yeah.
Gene went on to play with the Minnesota Vikings. Nice
Very
career.
nice.
67 to 73.
Are they both Hall of Famers?
Bubba is. I don't believe Gene Washington is.
Okay.
Yeah. Gene isn't. But Gene Washington. And I remember 1965 watching that game on TV. I was
You
10,
remember watching
yes,
that
I
kid
do.
as a
10
kid?
years old.
Wow.
I remember it.
Now, why were you was your dad like a Notre Dame fan or anything?
Not really, but we were just watching.
But it was like a national game.
It was a game that, and they had. Just read about it. You'll be scratching your head
Really?
of what they did back in the day, putting games on TV. They didn't even want to put it on TV. And this is like the number 1 and 2 team ranked in the country.
Really?
Because of the TV garbage, with regional and blackouts and
Okay.
the way things were back then. But anyway, that's it. 84,
Wow.
Gene Washington.
Very nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
All right, enough of that.
Enough of that.
Enough of our sports podcast.
Yes.
Now we get into the honeymooners.
Exactly. All right. Well, first we have to. Well, you know what? Before we get started, obviously we want to talk about our wonderful sponsor,
Yes.
Silk City Hot Sauce.
Hot sauce.
What you do is you're looking for some great hot sauce. Are you looking for something that'll be good for you that maybe won't, be be something that you're afraid to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
because go ahead. Go ahead.
Because especially, I mean, it's really good.
There you are. Roll that around your mouth.
You know, I mean, it's
How can this harm you? It's homemade, pal.
of course
Delay.
it's great. And the thing is, though, it's very healthy for you, especially if you.
I've been putting on a little weight lately.
So, yeah.
Yes. So what you do is you go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Get yourself some great hot sauce. I love the Slurp, which is a peach flavored, and the Chipotle, the classic Chipotle,
as it's known on this show.
Yes, Mango Madness,
Chipotle around the country, around the rest of the
everybody
world.
else, the rest of the world. The rest of the civilized world, it's called Chipotle, but I call it Chipotle. Louis loves the Aztec
Attack. Badass Jew I like.
Yep.
And I actually finished up my Billy Boggs. That's the Chipotle.
Oh,
it's a
oh,
Chipotle.
Really?
Yeah, I've just finished it up this weekend.
Oh,
Billy Boggs. It's
you know
good.
what? I just realized this. Badass Jew.
Yeah.
I just worked with him.
Oh,
last
you did?
night.
What's his name? Alan Berg?
Aaron Berg.
Aaron Berg.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I met him once a long time ago. Worked with him, and then last night was the first time we actually hang out. And he is a
one
very,
badass Jew.
Yeah. He's not one to just get pushed around. Oof, what a hilarious, vile human being he was. Oh, my God. But anyway, great guy, and that's the hot sauce.
That's the hot sauce.
And we're supposedly going to be getting a hot sauce named after our show.
Our very own.
Yep, because our Jeff Kingfish Levinsky, the owner, is he does all different things with the different shows that he sponsors.
Yes.
And he's also a raccoon like us.
And he's a raccoon.
So go to SilkCityHotSauce.com, get yourself some great, healthy hot sauce.
That's right.
And then when you go to the coupon code, when you go to checkout, you put RX in the coupon code, and it'll give you 15% percentage off of your order, and get yourself
Cherry sriracha.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't think of the word.
It just never gets old. I mean, to us, it never gets
No,
old.
to us, it never gets. People out there like, here it comes.
And
And they're going to start laughing like two idiots. Like they never heard it or said it before.
Never heard this before, yes. But anyway, go get yourself some great homemade hot sauce.
Can't hurt you,
and it helps us out.
Yes, it does.
Along with the Patreon.
Yes,
so
it
if you
does,
want to
Patreon.
join in and just give us a small donation or something, we would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get going here first.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, I think, knows exactly what we're going to start with, and we know, and here it is.
Verily, the Honeymooners podcast knights the full-grown nut of the week. Aren't you lucky?
All right.
Great song.
Of course. It is
Pomp and circumstance.
full-grown nut of the week, which we'll be doing this for, I would think, a very long time. You know why?
There's a lot of full-grown nuts around this house.
That's why. There's a lot of full-grown nuts.
There's a lot of full-grown nuts around this house.
That's exactly why. All right. So,
People are out there saying, please,
don't be me.
don't let it be me.
I know. Bibbs already texted me. He said, I'm never talking to either one of you again.
And then there's other people who want to be full-grown nut of the week.
Yeah, I
They
guess.
find it as being an honor.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, we don't know who
Who that person is.
Yeah, but we'll figure out who it is. So, our weekly full-grown nut of the week
Yes, full-grown nut of the week.
is none other than it's we had to confer, obviously.
Yes.
We had to confer with the
You know what we do. Everybody knows the protocol.
Right.
Me and Joe, all we do, even though this is our show, we can only suggest. And then it has to go to
yeah.
the Board of Nuts.
The Board of Nuts. Right, exactly.
So-
and and sometimes we ask and they're like,
yeah.
I don't know why.
You always look like some kind of nut to me.
So we were like, you know what? We brought it to them and they thought about that, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah, tell them they were discussing it and they were throwing it around. And so the thing is, we're not allowed in the room.
No. No.
Now, how do we get these people, discuss? Well, we do what any civilized human being would do. We hit a dictaphone in the room.
I forgot to get that.
That's what we did.
Dictaphone
in the room. So that's how we got the full-grown nuts discussing our selection.
Yes, and we were just, and he was probably thinking, because everybody's equal. All the it was just like,
Must be one of those nuts.
yeah, must be one of those
Must
nuts.
be one of those nuts.
And
So again,
it was funny. We actually got an email from Ira, and he thought it was him again. And he
Me.
no, Ira, we already did you. You were already full-grown nut of the week already.
We're only allowed one.
Yes. And then we had Brother Bibbs.
Is this the man who gets the award?
And
they're out of it.
Yeah.
They're out of the running.
They're out of the
because
running.
you only give your name once.
Yep.
So Joe,
Yes.
this week's full-grown nut of the week is
Mark.
There we go.
Mark S. I don't know if we should say his last name.
No, we'll just leave it at Mark S.
Yeah, I don't know if we should. It doesn't matter. He's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mark, how do you say it?
Strouch.
Strouch, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it pronounces it Strouch.
Mark, absolutely. You know why?
Yeah, now you're a full-grown nut.
Exactly. You are worthy.
Worthy.
And you are now.
Yeah, now you're a full-grown nut.
Mark is great. Mark is
Mark's great.
always chiming in on Facebook.
Yes.
Emailing
Oh,
us.
he's like a daily email.
Oh, my God. It's almost like I forgot to invite him over for dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, Mark, were you supposed to come over the other night? I apologize. I didn't have enough for you,
Like, I'll sign on and I'll see like 3 emails. Because I'm like bad with checking emails.
Right.
I don't check them every day.
Right.
I should.
Yeah.
And I'll see like, I'll see Mark.
One of them is 6 o'clock,
Yeah,
right on the button.
yeah.
I'm like, no, I didn't invite you over, Mark. But Mark is a big help. He's always chiming in with his opinion.
Yes.
Will sometimes give us ideas.
Good suggestions.
I think it was the $99,000 answer last week. I
Yeah.
sent a thing out. Mark kind of gave us that push for the
Yeah.
$99,000 answer for the whatever happened to. And so Mark.
He put the nutty idea in our head.
Yes. The nutty ideas in your head. So, Mark, I know what you're thinking.
You know, I wonder, am I worthy of such an honor?
But you are. Mark
You are.
is full-grown nut of the week, and we do appreciate you.
Yeah,
we do. All the joking aside and the clips and all that,
yeah,
we
we do.
appreciate you and all the other guys. And we'll eventually, as long as we keep doing this
Yes,
show,
so-
we will eventually get to you.
We'll come up with a few.
But thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Full-grown nut of the
Full-grown
week.
nut of the week.
We really, really appreciate
Loyal
it.
raccoon.
Yes.
A loyal raccoon.
Extremely loyal.
Loyal raccoon.
Absolutely.
But
All
now
right. So,
his braiding gets turned to platinum. All his gold braids.
now Louis told me something, and some really cool little tidbits.
Yeah.
So we started talking about for some reason. It's almost like there's a sub plot to this podcast. The last few episodes is Car 54.
Yes.
So it's like Car 54 seems to be getting brought up a lot, and only because, first of all, it's kind of similar in a sense where it's only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a ton of episodes. It's not nearly as popular as Honeymooners.
No, not at all.
obviously.
Not at all.
But very, and we've discussed on why we really, and I don't even know a lot of the episodes, but the couple episodes I've seen, funny, the diversity that they had
Yeah,
in
it was
the
great.
early 60s.
Very New York. Very New. The thing is, it was filmed in New York, in the Bronx, and it was very New York.
Yep.
It was very New York.
Yep. Had, like you said, a very Jewish comedy.
Yes, very, the genius of Nat Hiken. The genius of Nat Hiken.
It's just great.
And it's unbelievable. So now I'm getting into this Car 54 where not approaching honeymoon status yet. I haven't seen each episode 3,000 times, but I'm like up there like 3, 4, and I'm getting lines, starting to remember things and seeing the development of the characters.
Right.
So last night,
You'll see why we
you'll see why we're
you'll
going
see
into
the
it.
correlation with this.
So last night, I'm on the Fire Stick, and Car 54. Let me watch Car 54. So there's a episode called, if you guys want to watch it, it's called Punch and Judy. That's the name of the episode. Joe, there's what? 2 seasons, right?
2 seasons.
2 seasons. So
Yep.
it's easy to find. It's easy to find. Punch and Judy. And I'm looking at the thing, and all of a sudden, I see this guy appear on the screen. I'm like, wait a minute. That guy's from the Honeymooners. So sure enough, who is it? I first thought it was Jim McKeever, but it turned out to be the conductor. Gentlemen, this train is going the opposite direction to Norfolk, Virginia. The conductor, okay? It's him. His name is Humphrey Davis. So I waited for the
credits.
I waited for the credits to roll, and sure enough, Humphrey Davis. Now, in this episode, it's about boxing because Rocky Graziano's in there, not playing himself. He's playing a character. Shari Lewis is in there. He's playing his girlfriend.
Who's the sock puppet.
The sock puppet, Lamb Chop.
Lamb Chop, right.
Shari Lewis, who I used to watch when I was a little kid, loved her. And Sugar Ray Robinson is playing himself. So now at the end, again, they're rolling the credits, and I'm looking for Humphrey Davis. Now, under Humphrey Davis's name is Frank Gioseffi. I'm like, wait a minute. That name sounds familiar. He's an actual boxer. He is one of the guys that's on the poster outside of Madison Square Garden in the Bill Davis episode.
And, in A Man's Pride.
His name is on the marquee, and he's fighting a guy named Malanga. So now I did some Bibbs research on this.
That means mentally ill research. Yes.
So now I go back and I look up this Frank Gioseffi in his boxing, some kind of boxing site. And sure enough, I get a card where he's fighting the guy named Malanga who's on this poster behind Ralph.
So it's not only 2 guys that actually did box at one time. They actually fought each other. And it's on this poster.
And this is the poster because if you look, I'm going to see if Joe could maybe put this on the page. I'll send to you, and you could put this on the page because above their name, there's 2 boxers that are like
blurred out,
maybe because of some kind of thing with rights and whatever. We don't know how things work.
Copywriting,
whatever. Anyway, the guy's name you can read it. You can make it out. It's Joey Giambra, and the other guy's name is Herring. They were actually on that card that night together.
I don't know. That boxing match seems a little fishy.
Yeah.
Herring,
yes.
This is what I do to my wife all the time.
And
all these terrible jokes.
I'm sure she just loves it. So this is an actual poster, but the poster's from 1953.
You said, right.
December 4th, 1953. So these are actual people, actual boxing, and I figured this all out just by watching Car 54. So I want everybody to watch that. It's called Punch and Judy. Because Shari Lewis's character's name is Judy.
Gotcha.
Not
and
Connors,
also,
just Judy.
And think about that. Think of the correlation, too, with the name. Punching Judy. And you're going to be Judy.
There you go.
It's a Honeymooners, Honeymooners punchline.
Yep.
No, pun intended, obviously. Yep. But yeah, like that's wild.
This has all happened last night.
Like, what do you think they just found this thing, or do you think they? I don't know. I mean, who knows? We always talk about props. Right. Like, what props would we love to have? Where what made them find that? Was it just in the studio, and maybe it was in a big trunk filled with stuff, and they just found it?
Because it's from 3 years prior to the show.
Yeah.
It's from 50. So I believe that episode was 56. Yeah, because it was at the end, right?
Yeah. So it's 56. So it's 3 years early.
It's 3 years earlier. And then I'm not even done yet.
Oh,
because
boy. Here we go.
After that, now I'm like Mr. Grade B horror fan. I love my Grade B 1950s black and white horror movies. So I go find one with Bela Lugosi in it, which is from the 30s. And
thanks a lot, sister.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Bela Lugosi. Sorry.
Looks like him.
Well, sure it does.
And sure enough, in this, I can't even remember the name of the movie. At the end, there's a part in the movie I taped and I showed Joe that he says, "Do you care if I smoke?" This is Bela Lugosi's line. "Do you care if I smoke?" Saying this to the detective, and of course the detective answers him,
"I don't care if you burn."
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. This is like 1931, I believe this movie was.
Yeah. And I think most people listening to the show and most of the fans that are on any of the pages, they know that as classic of a line it was,
Yeah.
it wasn't an original
No,
line.
it's a standard line. It probably came out of vaudeville.
Yeah, you're probably
Because
right.
you figure if this movie's like 1931, vaudeville's prior to that. It's in the 20s. And
Correct.
And it had to be a comedic vaudeville one.
Right. And you know what it is? It's like you get when you are Gleason and you are this show, you get a little bit of rite of passage to just go,
do.
yeah, you know what? I'm taking that one joke.
I'm going to use it. We're going to use
Yeah.
it. It's a standard. But I guess, too, Joe, being that it's a standard, it's acceptable. 'Cause like I said, it's vaudevillian. We're standards, using all over the country, same jokes.
But it's also like very few, like everything else about the show is so original.
Yes.
That, yeah, you know what? We're going to let one slip.
Yeah.
You know, some of the greats, you know, like I was saying before, you know, you go see your favorite rock band and they'll play covers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that they'll do it, but they'll play a cover song here and there. They've earned that right.
They're in their right to do that.
You know what I mean?
They're in their right to do it.
Gleason earned his
They're
right to
do
take
it.
that
You
joke.
take that joke, and if let's say it,
Absolutely.
and if it's a vaudeville standard, it's out there for the taking.
Absolutely.
Anybody could use it.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's not like that was the whole show.
No.
Because believe me, somebody who does comedy, eventually, if you're nothing but a fraud, people will find out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one little thing they threw in there.
Yep.
You
Great,
know?
and a great line. People reacted well, and it's a line that everybody knows.
And
It's
you
a
know
line
what?
that I
He
don't
delivers
care.
it so perfectly.
Oh, the way he says it's perfect.
I don't care if
you
you burn. You burn. You know? Of course. You know, who's shocked that Gleason
Gleason
delivered the
delivered
line
it.
perfectly.
So,
But yeah, the car
Dusty
54
out in that
correlating, Dusty out in that hall. I apologize. And yeah, but what a great correlation tie-in with, and I'm going to start watching car 54
oh, you
now.
got to watch Car 54.
Is it on Hulu?
I get it on the Fire Stick. It may come up on Hulu or IMDb.
Okay.
One of those. When I get it on, like I say, get it on the Fire. Whatever comes up is. You know, I have it.
Yeah, because we don't.
I think it's IMDb. I'm pretty sure it's IMDb TV. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
But you'll find it. You'll find it. It's great. It's worth it. As a secondary to the Honeymooners,
Yeah.
it's just great. I mean,
60. I just looked it up. It was they did 60 episodes.
60. Wow,
So-
they did that many.
So
Oh,
I guess
okay.
2 seasons.
Yeah,
That
2
sounds
seasons,
about
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know,
Back then,
but
yeah.
still 2 seasons. You know, most TV shows, if they're somewhat successful,
yeah.
you know, they keep going until until nobody wants to watch a show anymore. You know, and then they add a kid, and then they add a dog, and then they add a cousin Oliver. You know, they keep doing it because they, they did. I don't know if it was canceled because of ratings or whatever, but 2 seasons.
Yeah.
To me, 5 seasons is a perfect amount of time.
Yeah,
for
because
a
then you
sitcom.
stop. That's when you basically start running, like you're talking, not getting into those things that you're add-ons and that they're really
because then
stupid.
you're trying too hard.
Trying too hard.
Yeah.
You're cheapening your product.
Yep, exactly.
And one thing too about Car 50, you will see so many famous people young.
Yeah,
Like last night,
love
Charles
that.
Nelson Riley was on one of
That
them.
I gotta see.
Hal Linden was on one night.
Gotta
And-
see
oh
that.
my God,
Gotta
Catherine
see that.
Hellman. Gene, what's her name? Gene Stapleton.
Gene Stapleton.
Gene Stapleton.
Yeah.
she was in it. She was actually in the same one. And you see these people together
Yeah.
in these shows.
Yeah, very iconic.
Very,
I know,
it's a
I
great
know.
show. It's a great show. I wish everybody out there start getting into it. Like a little break from the not a break. Never breaking from the Honeymooners.
Just an
something
add-on.
else.
An
Just
add-on.
an add-on.
Just a
An
cousin
add-on.
Oliver to the Brady Bunch.
Yes,
to
exactly.
throw it
Something
on
like
there.
that. Yeah, like like Ernie on the My Three Sons. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what we want to do is we are going to go into something that we've done a lot, and it's a lot of fun to do, and you're going to know what it is.
And now, the Honeymooners podcast presents
It's not in the top hand drawer.
the Flub of the Week.
Oh God.
All right. Now, this possible flub, came from Twitter. And for all of you people, Twitter is this thing. It's like Facebook, but it's a little different, because I know a lot of you guys don't go on Twitter. But it's from...
Check that out. Something new.
Something
new different.
Yes. It's Titan on Twitter sent us a possible flub.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to play it.
Yeah. Let everybody listen.
And then let
Everybody
them,
listen.
let me see if I got it here. Battle. Did I do this right? Yes. Okay. Here we go. It's almost a minute, but tell us if you think you can hear the flub. All right. It's from Please
Leave the
Leave the
premises.
Premises.
Yes. Please
Yep.
leave the premises.
Here we go.
Pins and needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins.
See that? Look, see, boy, it's working like a charm. Look at a nice spot. How nice it's Good.
Now, what am I mad about?
They raised the rent 15%.
Pins and needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins.
See that house, Mr. Johnson? There's a perfect example how this pins and needles things work. He fought a battle with himself, he fought this battle, and he won the battle. Now he's going to go in there for a few seconds, and he'll think it over, get calm, cool, and collected, and then a couple of seconds he's going to come out here, refreshed, with a new look out on life. Now, what do you see now? 1, 2...
You are not going to get a dime.
Okay.
Great,
All right.
great scene.
Yeah, I don't care. I know it's a little long, but it's just so great. But
Better listen to them than listen to us.
yeah, exactly. Clips over us
any day.
Work overtime. So I'm going to read you the tweet that I got from Titan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says, not sure if you guys noticed or remember or have used this minor flub by Art Carney, but please leave the premises. He says about Ralph as he's in the bedroom steaming, he fought about him with himself. So we're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So what we know, he goes, so he goes in there, he fought the battle with himself, and he won the battle, right? But when you listen, he kind of says he fought about it with himself. So it's kind of a flub.
It is.
Right? Let's see if you can hear it again.
Do it again. Listen up.
All right, here we go.
Happy man that grins.
See that house, Mr. Johnson? There's a perfect example how this pins and needles things work. He fought a battle with himself, he fought this battle, and he won the battle.
See, it sounds like when you first hear it, you're like, well, he's saying he fought the battle with himself, but I don't think he says battle. Fought about it with himself.
It's like he's saying he thought about it himself.
Right.
Then he fought the battle and won the battle.
And won the battle,
So he was
right.
like stumbling over battle and thought.
Yeah, so maybe because it says he fought about him with himself.
Yeah.
And so it's like, to me, what a great catch.
A good catch.
That's a great catch by Titan.
Yeah, Titan.
I would say his name, but it's...
I can't.
I don't know if I can.
No, I can't.
You probably can. It's fine. But it's like it's one that you do not notice.
No,
I never thought.
No, I didn't me neither.
So I think he says instead of he fought the battle with himself. I think that's what he meant to say.
He fought the battle and he fought
it's
him.
So close that and obviously 65 years later, lunatics like him
like
and
Titan.
us like Titan on Twitter. But yeah, I think it's a great little catch.
Great catch.
Just
I think
a smidge.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But that's all it is. That's all it takes for a flub is a smidge.
That's all it is.
A stumble, a flub, and a he, she, hit, you, me.
But now we're going to continue.
Continue it.
We're going to continue because it's something that Louis says we touched on a while ago.
We may have touched on this. We don't know.
And it's a kind of a doubly flub.
Doubly flub.
And here we go.
Now he's going to go in there for a few seconds, and he'll think it over, get calm, cool, and collected, and then a couple of seconds he's going to come out here, refreshed, with a new look out on life. Now, what do you see now? 1, 2...
You are not going to get a dime.
A new look out on life.
So
it should be
outlook on life.
Not look out on life. Now maybe it's a new look on life, but I don't think so.
It's the new outlook. That's the way you would say it.
A
new outlook.
Now Louis seems to remember us discussing this.
I think we did discuss that once before as the flub. But herein we missed the flub right prior to it.
A very tough one to find.
Tough to find.
But Titan found it. And we appreciate it. But so kind of we got a little doubly flu.
Yeah, double flu right
little
there.
double flu over there. So, but yeah, so that's our little flub of the week. And hey, listen, we always said we're going to run out of flubs. But they're still coming in dribs and drabs.
Come dribs and drabs. We're getting them. We're getting them.
We'll take them.
We'll get them.
Absolutely.
Take anything. We don't want to run out of flubs. Think about it. There's 39 shows and 84 episodes of this. Doing pretty good. I think we're still still going well.
All right. So, what we want to do, Louis, I don't even think this comes up as it's just a conversation piece.
Yeah.
That Louis observed. I won't call it a Louis observation, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, the whole show's an observation.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The Honeymooners observation. So Louis says to me, he says, there are 2 times that he can think of.
Off the top of my head.
That at the top of his head, and that was easy for me to say,
Yeah.
where Ralph unnecessarily isn't as mad as Norton as he should be. Where most of the time, a.k.a. pal of mine, he's over the top, ridiculously mad at Norton for no reason. Or very smidge
reason.
And of course, because it's the Honeymooners and it's the character, he's over the top.
Right.
But there are 2 instances where he should be more mad at him.
Yeah.
And he's not. And let's see. We got that's here. Here we go. The first one is from Bensonhurst Bomber. Okay. And we all know he gets him all in all sorts of trouble with Harvey, right? And we all know, why'd you go start a fight with that big guy for?
Yeah.
Right? We all know. It was him. I didn't say I was going to twist you in a pretzel. He did.
Yeah.
So it's the whole thing, and everybody knows, all Ed Norton.
It's all that. Because Ralph was saying at the time, you were watching that, and Ralph's going, shut up. Shut
Yeah,
up. And then,
absolutely.
give that little
Because
back
once
punch
he saw Harvey,
Yeah.
Ralph was diffused.
Yes, that was it.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm cowering to this guy. This guy's bigger than me." But Norton, no, he has to instigate and make this end up being a fight.
Right.
So now you guys all know that. But now, if you listen to where now the next scene, Ed comes in, and Ralph is upset.
Right.
He's worried
Right.
about the fight.
Now you're talking about in the apartment.
In the
All right,
apartment.
just right before that, we're saying that he's not mad enough as he should be. He does throw Norton out of the pool room.
Correct.
He does do that.
Right.
But we're
this
talking
is
about
this is such an egregious thing.
Yes, this should
be almost friendship ending.
Yes.
You're getting me almost
Right.
killed.
It should be like almost you are a menace to me, you're a menace to society, and you
You're
are
a
a stupid
stupid
head. Now get out. That's what this should be, but it's not.
No.
So go ahead, Joe.
There we go. And
Roll 'em.
We started We started with the great Ed Norton knock.
Yeah.
Which,
We couldn't leave this out. This is just great.
So funny.
The ad lib knock.
The ad lib knock.
Who is it?
It's me, Ralph. It's Norton. Let me in there.
Oh, hiya, Norton.
You stay there, Ruffy boy.
How do you do, folks? This is Smiling Ed Norton talking to you direct from the training quarters of the Bensonhurst Bomber. Would you like to say a few words to your fans out there, Bomber?
Oh, shut up.
Okay. So before he says, "Oh, shut up," because he's annoying him, but when Ralph opens the door, he's like, "Oh, hi, Norton."
hi, Norton.
Like he's all sullen,
Yeah.
and he's sad because of what's going on. Where he should be instantly, like seeing his face, should be infuriating him.
It should be the get out.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They menaced me, menaced and you were a stupid head. This is like the prime time for that, but he's so civil to him.
Yeah. Now he gets a little
He
frustrated.
gets a little bit.
but
Well, it don't take much for Ralph to get frustrated over Norton.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
he got more pissed off, Joe, last week when you said about the worms. When you said he went from 0 to 60 throw out because of worms.
Because of worms in a bag.
And wearing worms in a bag, yeah.
In my icebox.
And he went nuts.
But he's going to have to fight a giant because of Ed. And he's like, "Oh, hi, Norton."
Yeah, hi, Norton. And then you go on. It says something about, "Oh, how's everybody in your neighborhood?" No, I know. You're the blabbermouth.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
basically, he should be fuming at him.
Beyond. But
my-
instead, he very nicely is. Well, no, actually, he doesn't even ask Ed for help.
No.
Because, with the other one about the pretending to be the doctor,
Yeah.
he asked him,
Yeah.
I got to find somebody I can
I
trust.
trust,
This
yeah.
was him just going, "I don't know." And he goes, "What if you could
Yeah.
get out of the fight without
yeah.
getting out of the fight?" Or
Right,
however
right.
it is. So it's not even like he's asking him for help.
No.
But he's just like...
But he's just too civil towards
Yeah,
him. He
he's
should be a maniac.
Yeah.
It's Norton's fault that you're fighting Harvey.
Yes, it's all Norton's
All
fault.
Norton's fault.
It would have been done.
100% Norton.
He was just going to walk away,
Walk
let
away.
them
That's it.
fight,
He just said
let
he was
them
going to
bowl.
let the pool play.
play
Yeah,
pool.
let's move to another table.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Done.
Done deal.
But no.
No.
I just want to
Norton.
say, what my friend said is true. He's got a new
Suit
suit
on.
on. He'll fight you
anywhere.
anytime. Like, oh my
He'll be there.
He'll be there.
So, like, shut up, Norton. He's giving him the shut up, Norton.
Yeah, of course.
So this is Norton's fault, this whole fight.
100%.
And Ralph is just being too civil to him.
Exactly.
We think. So
I believe it.
Instance number one.
Absolutely.
All right, Joe.
All right.
Number two.
And let me see if I can find
Find
number
it.
2. Let's see. Number 2. Here we go.
There we go. Okay, here we go.
And here we go.
Instance number 2.
Excuse me. Going out to play a little golf? Nothing like a good golf game. Are you interested in golf? Oh, certainly I'm interested in golf. Oh, sure. Say, that is a nice bag of clubs you got there. Oh, thanks, Mr. Cramden is the name. Oh, yes, Cramden. Well, what kind of a game do you play, Cramden? Oh, well, I play like...
Don't be modest, Ralph. Mr. Harper, you put a golf club in this lad's hand and he's dynamite. I'm telling you, he could be a champion. Only he ain't got no connections.
Oh, so you're in the championship class. Where do you play, Cramden? Where? All around.
All around.
All around.
All right.
Where do you play? Silver Oaks. Oh, Silver Oaks. Oh, yes. Very nice over there. I play there lots of times. Well, maybe I'll run into you there one day. We can shoot a few holes together. Yeah, that'd be nice. If I ever run into you over there, we'll shoot a few.
Why
so
don't
it's
you
fine.
make it definite? How about Sunday?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm booked up Sunday. Oh, you are? That's a shame. Sure would have liked to play with you Sunday.
About a week from Sunday.
Right, Sundays are out. I play with my regular partner on Sunday.
Mr. Douglas.
Oh, well, I guess it looks like we're never going to get together to play.
Well, what do you say about Saturdays? Ralph doesn't work on Saturdays.
Well, now, that's an idea. Let's see. How about 4 weeks from this Saturday? All right with you, Ralph?
Perfect.
Okay, it's a date. Always a pleasure to play with a good golfer. I'll see you on the golf course. We tee off at 10 o'clock. Of course, I'll see you around before then. What's the matter with you?
By the way, one of my favorite hits.
That is one of the
And
best.
it's timing because it's not only how he hits him, but when he says, "What's the matter with you?" he hits him right when he said, "What's?" It's great.
Perfect
Anyway,
hit.
that's the
Perfect
physical
hit.
thing. But we all know this is all. Now, granted, getting him into this predicament is obviously Norton's, persistence.
Yes.
Afterwards, you think, well, it actually turned out to be a good idea because in 4 weeks you make up an excuse. And obviously everything went to pot.
Your plan's gone to pot.
But again, he's got him in this situation where he has to now dress up in crazy clothes and has to learn golf in, 3 days?
3 days, uphill shots, downhill shots. But here's the thing. It's Norton getting him in this situation, and Ralph is not pissed off at him enough.
Exactly. Not. Like he's, again.
Because he said, I know how to you can get out of it. But you still work there. You're working with me. How many times are you going to get out of this? Because Mr. Harper's probably going to come to you and say, hey, Ralph.
When are we going to ever
When are
play?
we going to play that game of golf?
That's true. What is 6 months from now? Hey, when are we going to play?
that game,
My guy can't make it. He's going away on vacation. Why don't you come with me? Yeah. Eventually, it's going to. But you know what it is? Oh, well, he's got an. It's Ralph's Ed's plan.
Right.
But it's your fault that he's in this.
There, you see.
So you better have some way to figure this out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's making it like, oh no, when we're thinking about it, like, well, Norton has a great plan for him. Yeah. Well, it's your fault he's in this.
Yeah. It's all your fault.
Right.
So all Norton.
And
again,
he comes in.
Our point being, we think Ralph is just too easy on Ed. He should be a nut. Like, look what you just did to me.
Yes. Yeah. Like cause, not like, stepping on my foot or, sliding on, rock candy. Yeah. But just, this is causing me an issue. I have an issue now because of you.
With the vice president, wherever heck, Parker is, Harper.
Right.
Harper is.
Yeah. So, Now, the question for everybody is, can you name any other time in the original 39? Mm-hmm. Obviously, where Ralph, because we always talk about how he's irrational with his being mad at him.
Yes.
Pal of mine with the ring.
Yep.
But were there any other ones? And look, we didn't go digging through. Louis just thought of two.
Just thought of two off the top
If
of my
anybody
head.
could come up with any other situation where he got, he was unnecessary. He was underwhelming.
Yeah, like Norton got off a little light.
He should. Yes,
Norton-
Ed got off a little bit
light.
little light.
Yeah.
Yep. So if anybody comes up, I'm going to pose the question on the Facebook after the episode comes out. And if anybody comes up with any, we'd love to know.
I'd love to know.
We actually do. We do enjoy the, you guys chiming in.
Oh, we love it.
Actually do.
Oh, we love it.
I believe most big shows and YouTube channels don't care about anybody's opinion, but we do.
We do.
We actually do. So anybody comes up with any, please
You're just helping us. You're helping us out too. Less thinking for us.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to try something. I've done it once, and we're going to try it again. And I'm going to see if I can get Louis on this. All right? And here is the little intro for it.
The Honeymooners podcast presents
Strange sound. Foreign sound.
What's That Sound?
Sounded like feeding time at the zoo.
It's a good intro.
Oh,
All right.
great intro. Great.
Yes.
Great Swanee.
So this is the What's That Sound?
Yeah, what's that sound?
And it's basically me trying to get Louis with a quick sound from the show and see if Louis can guess the context of the sound.
Either I stay perfect or my batting average drops 500 points in one at
I
bat.
know we've only done
We've
one.
only
right?
done one. One for one.
Here we go. It's quick.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, that's when he's
Hold on, I'll play it again.
Okay. That's when he's adding up the bills.
You got it.
Hand in the hay. $186.32.
Yeah. All right.
Ham and a hay.
I think I'm just doing this just to make you feel better.
Whew, still batting it down.
Yeah. So, if anybody's got any good clips for me to get to Lou, you can send it to me. Don't do it to Bang Zoom because that's Lou's email address.
I'll note it.
You know what? Just send a message on the Honeymooners Facebook page because Louis doesn't read those.
No, I don't read those. I don't know how to read them.
He doesn't know how to get on Facebook. He just okay. All right. Well then, listen. We are coming to Louis' favorite part of the show.
The end.
Now, Tom, who is our first guest, please?
Our first guest, ready to leap the first hurdle on his way to the $99,000 answer, is our
Courier from Parsippany, New Jersey, Joe Conti.
Thank you.
I want to see the expression on your face when you miss it.
Harsh.
I tell you, I don't think the audience is with me on this one.
I'm gonna say one thing, Joe. Before we had an email from Dave from Ottawa.
Oh yes, that's right.
He commented on our Herb.
Yes, that's
he says
right.
Sometimes we're like a half a second off, and it
it
bothers
him, and he loves the fact that when we do
Herb, when we're a half second off, it really bugs him.
Yeah, so he says, "Please, can you get?" I think we're pretty good today.
This week, I think we were really good. I think we were both our Herbs were all on. With,
we were right on with the Herb.
Freddie Mullers.
Yeah,
so we were all there. The three of us were all on there. Herb. All right. So so now here we go.
Okay.
Trivia.
Here we go.
Of course, prepared by
Professor Walter Newman.
Yes, like every question is. All right. Now, this is from Joe on stage.
Okay.
On stage.
Okay.
Remember when Mr. Fabersham asked him if he had any experience acting, and Ralph said, not really. But he said, well, it was one time I appeared in the Bus Driver Frolics. What year was the Bus Driver Frolics?
1949.
You got it. Without even a tick-tick-tock in there.
I know. I didn't even tick-tock. And that's just because I'm an idiot when it comes to, I'm a savant when it comes to dates.
You're a date guy. That's
yeah,
right.
I'm a date guy.
Right.
Yeah. So, hold on.
Just to make it sound good.
1949.
There you go.
That's a good question.
No, the Bus Driver Frolics
from 1949. And that, what did he say? The ballerina dress?
Yeah, you came out in that ballerina dress, and didn't hurt you or something like that. They were laughing. I didn't even do nothing yet.
You know what's funny when he says that?
Yeah, he says I played all the comedy
parts.
Right, yeah.
And then when Norton says, well, the what did he say?
The ballerina
dress
didn't hurt you or something like that.
Right. Basically saying, yeah, I had the dress on, which got you a lot of laughs.
That's what you're laughing at.
And if you look at Ralph, he kind of just goes, yeah. You know what I mean? He wasn't it wasn't like he thought it was a dig at him or anything. He thought it was actually it was truthful. It was very truthful. So, well, what can we do? First of all, before we start thanking everybody, we want to just again thank Mark.
Yes, congratulate
Mark for being full-grown nut of the week. We appreciate Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pal.
Yes.
Confidant.
Bosom buddy. Play punchball together.
Yeah, sometimes we bowl in our, we go to our lanes.
Yeah, our lanes.
And, and pick our lane and play with Mark. So thank you, Mark, man. We really appreciate you and all you other nuts. And who else can we thank? Silk City Hot Sauce, our sponsor. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Get yourself some great homemade hot sauce. And then when you go to purchase your hot sauce, in the coupon code, you put RX and get yourself 15% percentage off of your order. And you also get a free bottle of cherry sriracha. And all you guys who listen, email, comment on Facebook, and now Twitter. We got guys on Twitter now really starting to come around. You know who you are, man. Thank you so much. And you know what? Share with your friends some of the episodes. Maybe it was one of your favorite episodes when you were mentioned, or like Mark should be sharing this one because this is all about Mark today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but any of our videos,
he'll be getting a certificate in the mail, or actually in the email with Ira's name and Bibbs' name crossed out, and his name written in.
It'll just say, you too. You too.
We're on a very strict budget.
Very strict diet here. But yeah.
And Joe, T-shirts.
That's right. We just sold 2 more T-shirts this week.
Let me tell you something, people. These are going to be collector's items one day because we are never doing this again. I think Ralph made more money from his handy housewife helper.
Yeah. So if you want a T-shirt, a Honeymooners T-shirt, Honeymooners podcast T-shirt, go to non-productive.com /honeymooners. Click on any of the episodes and just scroll down and you'll see a thing for the T-shirts. And there's no 2Xs left.
Yeah,
so,
no 2X. Don't get 2X.
Go on a keto diet or something, drop a few pounds, and then get yourself an extra large. Yeah.
Or gain some weight and go the other way.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I took one of the last 2Xs. I went from a large 3X. Now I'm down to a 2X. So that's why I took it. I apologize. But share with on your social media some of our videos. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I put all our YouTube videos on there, just look for Joe Conti Comedian or Honeymooners Podcast. I put that up there.
Right.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want to check out my 1-hour comedy album, it's called Happiness. It's from 2011. It's a long time ago, but you can download it anywhere you get your music or comedy. I think you can get it free. If you want to spend the $6 and support me, that's great too. And
good humor is timeless, Joe.
That's true.
It's like, mind if I smoke?
Don't care if you burn. All right. Well, that's it, folks.
That survived 90.
Can we mention real quick about our email that we got?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Which one?
Howie.
Oh, yes. Oh,
How
my
cool
God.
is that?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of you people aren't aware, but, me and Joe are Met fans here in the New York area, obviously. And one of our listeners is the Mets play-by-play guy on radio, Howie Rose. I believe he still does the Islander games, too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And he actually we sent him a T-shirt.
He was recovering.
He was recovering from an issue,
procedure,
some kind of procedure. So he was recovering. We sent him a T-shirt, and he responded to us with a thank you.
Yeah,
and good luck. And he's going to try to. He said he's going to try to listen to our podcast.
Absolutely,
and he wishes us all the best
because he's a huge Honeymooner fan.
Huge Honeymooner fan.
Like, even Lou knows that.
Oh yeah, he'll give his little Honeymooner lines even when he's broadcasting a game.
Yeah,
and you got to catch him, and it's great. It's great. And Howie's a good guy. And he responded, and we're glad he got the T-shirt.
Absolutely.
Howie, we hope you're recovering. And
yeah, especially if he's listening.
Yeah, hope he's listening.
Yeah, get us some box seats, will you?
Really. Yeah.
Got your T-shirt for Pete's sake.
Even trade-off. $300 box seat.
All right.
At Citi Field.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Episode 84 in the books. And for me and Louie, we say we'll see you next time.
E pluribus raccoonum. Night all.
RX.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good
We'll
night.
have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.